So I got some people coming over tomorrow. It's about midnight on Tuesday now. I got people coming over Wednesday for a late lunch. They want Mexican food, so first thing I'm gonna do is make some salsa. Now, normally you guys have seen me in the past make pico de gallo from these regular tomatoes. Now these tomatoes, they look deep red, okay? They're deep red, but they're not very flavorful here in Thailand. They just don't have a lot of flavor. And so, I'm opening up these 2 cans of chopped tomatoes, see what they look like inside, see if they're even manageable, where I can use them as tomatoes for pico de gallo. Just to give you a little bit of heads up, I bought these on sale. They're pretty generic Brooks diced tomatoes. I don't usually like to buy jars of tomatoes that are diced that say tomato juice, in tomato juice. Whenever you have cans of tomatoes, cans of chopped tomatoes, cans of diced tomatoes, if it says anything related to in juice or with juice, it basically means that they're using the juice as a lot of filler. And so you want to make sure, if at all possible, back stateside, back in Europe, it's not that hard, but here in Thailand, you got to deal with what you have. It means that a lot of it can be, just be juice. So these are what this looks like. These are moderately diced. So that's one thing. I like my chopped tomatoes. I like to have my chopped tomatoes kind of more uniform if I'm using pico de gallo. These actually look way better than those over there. But even then, well, they both smell like tomatoes. These ones look just a lot more fresh and riper. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to make the pico de gallo with both of these and see what happens. I'm going to drain out the juice first though, like what I'm doing right now. Definitely don't want the juice. But they, that is what they are. Whew. Then I'm going to need some chopped onions. I'm going to need a lot of chopped onions actually. Yeah, this will be fine. Where's that little chopper? Oh, here it is. Just waking up, just been up less than half an hour actually. Just running a different schedule over here for work reasons. Got this new thing on Lazada, which keeps your plastic bag open when you're trying to dump the trash or deal with trash here, so we'll see how this works. Yeah, it looks like it's a good deal. You know, I like this thing. It just kind of sticks out and it's not movable, right? When you're in between the fridge, but for a day like today when doing a lot of prepping, I think that'll be perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Take a sip of coffee. I don't drink too much of it anymore these days, but a little groggy this morning, so bear with me. Hopefully I'll wake up. If not, I'm gonna start sipping on some little more coffee here. Okay, let's chop these up at least one more time each. It looks like the thing is a little big, so give it a chance to blend here. Oh, tired. Okay. In here. Spend more time trying to get this thing to fit in here, which just drives me absolutely bonkers crazy. Looks pretty good. Let's get a little bit bigger mixing bowl. Oh. Now, just FYI, I've already washed these bowls, but for whatever reason, I like to rinse them again. I literally just washed them yesterday, but yeah, nice to give it a nice little rinse. Lid back on. Someone asked me the other day why I have so much good equipment in here and the kind of, you know, the little commercial kitchen setup, but I got these cheap ass spoons. Well, I said, you know, when someone gives you a gift and they're a type of person that comes over here a lot and they notice that you're not using the gift, you know, it's kind of insulting, right? So I kind of make it a point, you know, someone gives me something, and I actually hadn't fully moved in here, and he bought me these spoons, and so he bought me these really flimsy, like, spoons and knives. Like, this thing is like super light, but I was just like, okay, whatever, I'll just go ahead and use it. Actually, I like that bigger bowl on that one. I'm gonna just dump this juice out. I want to save the juice because I'm making the fire roasted salsa. I just got this feeling like I may need it. So, hopefully this is not a big mistake. Okay, there's the tomatoes there. Either way, I got some tomato juice there. We need that tomato juice there too. I should show you guys my refrigerator. I have like 6 cups in there for different reasons. One for water, one for iced tea, one for my iced coffee. A couple in there that I use for like Gatorade, and one for soda. And I got to take them all out of the refrigerator. It's gotten ridiculous having that many cups. Most of them are empty right now too, so it's a little ridiculous having all these cups in here. Speaking about iced coffee, I think I'm gonna have one. Having a little trouble waking up, guys. I have been only up less than an hour, but I'm tired. I'm sleeping such a funny schedule these days. So somebody had emailed me and asked me what's going on here with the scheduling and how things are going. So let me explain to you once I get my iced coffee here. So I bought these little Nest Cafe Lattes, the ones in the lighter gray or lighter tan color. These ones here are, they're basically like lattes. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of sugar in them, which is not what I want, but the flavor is really good. And it also has plenty of coffee taste in there, so it's nice. It usually does the trick. Now, so I'm back here right before the holidays, actually right before the fall here, September. I arrived late August for work reasons. I no longer work for my company now, and I do most of the work as an independent contractor. The reason I go that route is I can kind of pick and choose the assignments, go to fun places for work, stay here in the condo here in Thailand, and work remotely. Most of the work actually just involves me being in my office, waiting for someone to email me, doing some documentations, doing a couple phone calls. It's not too hard of a work, and allows me to be here and allows me to just work from home, which is ideal for anybody who does that. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna evenly distribute chopped up onions in here. Should have chopped these a little more fine. Oh well. some jalapenos in there. So we're getting like 34 baht to the dollar right now. And I bought this pack of jalapenos for 7 baht. So that tells you how cheap they are. There's actually been a couple of friends who lived in apartment complexes that I looked and they had jalapeno plants just kind of growing wild. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'll just chop these up. I'm gonna leave the seeds on this time. I've been having problems with this sauce. My salsa is getting any flavor. So I think I'm gonna leave the seeds on this time, give it a whirl that way. And from last experience, I think I prefer to wear the gloves when I'm chopping up these jalapenos. I gotta get my knife sharpened. Now normally I'll see downstairs I'll see the knife guy. There's this guy, all these Thai people, they all have these little moped contraption, moped truck thing, flatbeds, kind of like those back in the World War II days when you had the guy sitting in the guy driving the moped and has the carriage on it. And so you see that all over town here in Thailand, and that's how Thai people run their businesses. And there's all the time right in front of my condo, I'll see the guy who sharpens knives drive by. And I'm just like, man, that's what I need to do. And that one got way more. Hold on. Not the end of the world. Okay. Let's wrap these other suckers back up. Put them back in the fridge. I think I'm going to add some garlic to this one. The hardest time getting these things off. I want to tear the bag up. There it is. Do the trick here. Okay, let's throw this rubber band away first before we get into any other trouble. Yeah, we'll use the little mortar thing. perfect. These are airplane spoons. Yes, I know. I know what you want to say, what you're thinking. But yeah, I took them. You know what happens is I didn't mean to take the first few of them. So I would, you know how in the morning after your really long international flights, they give you breakfast in the morning, and usually you'll get like a little to-go milk and a to-go yogurt. So my to-go yogurt, I keep the spoon, and so then I can eat the yogurt later. And then the first couple times I actually returned the spoon on the next trip over, and then eventually I just kept them. Of all the things I own and bought, the one thing I didn't do a very good job of is I didn't buy a really good pepper grinder. I could have even at least gone to gone to Costco and got a pepper grinder there, but I didn't. So I don't have fresh cracked pepper. Sorry, guys. It's kind of more fun. I think this pepper would have worked better. This pepper is a little more coarse. Yeah. Oh well. Now I know. Then we're gonna need some salt. Thanks for joining me, guys. Oh, I need cilantro and green onions, so let me come back for that. So I bought some ginger at the market yesterday for literally what came to be about 30 cents. What do you think? Think my ginger is pretty fresh? Pretty awesome, huh? I mean, I wasn't even making anything with ginger quite yet, but it's always nice to have ginger in the house. But I was like, damn, awesome. I already watched these when I first came in. I like to do a pretty thorough job rinsing off my vegetables, you know, from the market. Everybody's been touching it and it's been sitting out in the open. So I usually do a good cleaning of my vegetables, my herbs, I should say, specifically my herbs, not my vegetables, because I didn't rinse off my green peppers or tomatoes or anything like that. But I definitely like to clean up these other ones, and then I put them in water, try to keep them as fresh as possible for as long as possible. Now, because this is pico de gallo, I'm going to use more of the bottom stems. Stems have flavor, guys. I know a lot of times people don't use the stems, but stems are a really good source of flavor. got chopped up there pretty good. Actually, except for a couple of these stems. Actually, a couple of these didn't get chopped up very well. Yeah, a couple of these stems didn't really get chopped up very well, actually. Now, one thing about the pico de gallo that's really critical is you're going to have to, once it sits and marinates in the fridge, you got to, before you serve it, or you come back the next morning, you really need to taste test it for sure. Now, I know some people don't add lime juice to pico de gallo, but I definitely do on mine. So, and I'm going to do a full. I did not rinse my limes, so we'll just do a quick rinse there. So roll the limes there, get the juices flowing. Yeah, my little juicer here thing ain't very good. I don't know why, but it just isn't. For some reason, it just isn't pressing hard enough. Now, normally I save the limes for the sink to get it nice and smelling good, but we won't bother with that today. Need to find myself a little contraption here, a little bit better one than this one. This thing probably cost me less than $1. So, see, look how much juice comes out. We're just doing it by hand. Now let's mix this thing up and see how it looks. Definitely the consistency is different looking just because of doesn't look too bad, guys. Okay, there's the 2 pico de gallos. What am I going to do with those right now. I'm gonna put them in the fridge, and I'll taste test them in an hour, just to see kind of ballpark where we're at. Now we're gonna make some fire roasted salsa, and we're also gonna make some corn salsa. Now the fire roasted salsa is gonna take a bit, so because I gotta char the bottoms there. Let's start that process sooner than later. I've been having a hard time finding the thick aluminum. I want that heavy duty aluminum, but I can't seem to find it anywhere in Thailand. I hate bringing stuff back and forth from the States, because I feel like, you know what, you get involved in that, before you know it, your suitcases are already all full of crap. But so, as you can see, I didn't buy a lot of tomatoes. I'm going to use that for just the top tomato toppings, diced tomatoes for tacos. But the rest of that stuff I'm going to fire roast, like the onions, jalapenos, and garlic. Okay, where I put the garlic at? Got these whole garlic bulbs. Where are you? Okay, this is crazy. I can't find my garlic. They have whole garlic bulbs. Check this refrigerator real quick, but I don't think it's in here. I didn't put it in this fucking in that refrigerator. Give me a second, guys. This is ridiculous. I thought I'd set it right up front so I can easily find it. I ain't seeing it here. Okay, craziest thing. I had garlic in here. Now I don't see it anymore. That is just ridiculous. How can you just disappear like that? Oh, veggie tray, guys. Stupidity on my part. So I got the fresh garlic. So I'm going to take the serrated knife here, and I like to chop the top of this. Now some people say, oh, you're wasting a little bit more than you need. Yeah, maybe, but it's just easy, so much easier for me to get that off. Perfect. Put that there. Yeah, these jalapenos are a little bit different. I'm using the red one, I don't know why. That. Some of the ones that aren't rotten but starting to get a little squishy, I'd just rather use those first. There. Perfect. Okay. So I got the onions. I got the so I got the onions, I got the garlic, got the jalapenos. Okay, putting a little olive oil on there. You know what? This is not working as well as I want. Stop being lazy. Do it the way I normally do it. Now I don't use the basting. I do have a basting brush, but I kind of like to just pour it on here. Drizzle it on here. Okay, good enough, guys. I'm gonna crank this oven on. Man, it's gonna get hot in here. Okay, well that's going. Let's get on the corn salsa. I need these onions for corn salsa? No. I need red onions, so put these away. Okay, see how many onions I've already gone through? My girl's like, oh, you put so many onions. And I said, yeah, because I go through a lot. I didn't like the way the chopped onions, they were a little too coarse. So I think I'm going to just chop these by hand this time so I can get the shape that I actually want. I got a mechanical chopper over there, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this by hand this time. It comes out the way I want it. Sometimes, if the look isn't consistent to what I want. Flavor-wise, of course, it's going to be the same, but in terms of look and presentation, I want that diced look. I don't want that just food processor look. I don't want to look like, you know, I just mashed it up. So these are not bad. That's the consistency I'm looking for. yes, they are strong. Okay, I got that. Let's add the corn frozen. Question is where I put that bag of frozen corn. Now normally I like to use white corn, but all they had was a sweet corn here. And I have to admit, the sweet corn is not bad. The yellow sweet corn is pretty darn good actually. So, this is what happens when you put everything back where you're supposed to. Use where it's at. Okay. I'm going to do this half because there's only going to be about 7 of us, I think. So don't need that much corn. We got the corn. Let's get some chopped up jalapenos in there. We'll do 2. Actually, we'll do 3. Not so bad. Well, I'm going to keep the seeds on this one. Use the food processor because I definitely want these really chopped up fine. And the look, it's just going to be blended inside there, so it's not going to be a big issue. See that? Now that's where the food processor works out really well. Look how chopped up that is. Finely minced. And that's how I want my jalapenos inside this dish. Okay, there's that. We got the corn, the red onion, the I put in 3 jalapenos. I don't have the poblano peppers here. Ooh, cilantro, finely diced. So I heard something popping in there, so it's always good to take a look. Ooh. Yeah, the jalapenos need to be turned here. The jalapenos burn really easily. Take that one out. There's a difference between fire roasted and just burnt, right? So. It's done. I've already rinsed this, but I'll rinse it one last time here. Okay. Stems didn't really get chopped up very good last time, so we're gonna chop them, help them out a little bit by chopping them right there a little bit. Put the rest of that in there. Okay. And not all the pieces got chopped up very good, but that's good enough. Okay, that's good there. Oh, lemon juice and lime juice on this one. Salt and pepper. No garlic. These lemons are really expensive. 35 baht. So basically $1 per lemon. Yeah, I forgot to roll it. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's squeeze some lime juice in here. Okay. See those seeds get in there? Try to actively make sure that the seeds don't get in there. Yeah, it's not going to work. Oh, this juice, lemon is really juicy. Yeah, this lemon is so juicy. I don't think I need the whole one. I don't want to overpower it. I think I'm just gonna do that one. Don't think I need any more juice of that lemon. It says 1 to 2 lemons, but man, that's so much juice already. Squeeze out that. Salt and pepper to taste. We're going to do that other pepper, the coarser one. Just want to check out and see how coarse this one is. Yeah, guys, I got to put that on my to-do list. Yeah, that's exactly the consistency I want. This thing open a little bit better than that. Okay, let's mix this up, baby. See, that's looking pretty darn good, actually. See that? Looks pretty good, huh? Bought these, bought a bunch of Mexican dishes. Of course, now I don't know where I put them. I washed them and cleaned them and put them away. And for some reason, I can't figure out where they went now. that's gonna drive me crazy figuring out where my Mexican dishes went. I think they're over there. Give me 1 second, guys. I think I know where they are. Yep, guys, they were over there. Thank goodness. I found these amazing dishes that look like Mexican dishes, and so I brought them over. And then after I did that, I was on Facebook. You know how they're advertising all sorts of crap in between feeds now. And I found what was cool was I found a ad for disposable, you know, paper plates and stuff, and they had a fiesta set for like a little Mexican party, and they look really awesome. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy them and bring them over. I don't like buying stuff and bringing stuff over because they can get into that little problem, but I think that's what I'm gonna do the next time out. Okay, so that's done. Let's get this fire roasted salsa rolling here. So we got the tomato situation, and back to that. Fire the roasted tomatoes. Might do the peeled tomatoes. I really like to get them fire roasted. I like to get everything fire roasted, but I'm gonna have so much issues, right? Getting the consistency I want. Let's open up a jar of these tomatoes. These Muddy brand. I love this brand. It's just such a high quality brand. The stuff comes out just tasting so much better. I'll tell you, in the canned tomato business, there is an awful lot of poor quality out there, and there's a certain word that they use as a preservative. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll tell you guys about it once I find it. If there's that kind of preservative in it, you don't want to avoid it. And then also, like I said before, if it says in juice, gotta avoid it, because the whole in juice thing is definitely a problem. See, that looks pretty darn good. Look how thick that is. You know what? I'm gonna try to fire roast those too. Let's take this thing off the thing. Ooh. Oh, my windows got really dark. I don't know that. I didn't know that's the thing dried out there. Oh, those onions look great, huh? Onions are turning out amazing. I do want to get them burnt a little more on that side. Okay, I'm going to throw these tomatoes on there just to see how they turn out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this tomato sauce and juice that I have. Now, I did not mean to close this door here, but in here. Now sometimes, yeah, sometimes the salsa gets a little dry, and then it does make sense to have this little bit of extra tomato sauce paste available. So we'll put that, and this is just high quality flavor. This is such a good brand. It's not sitting in water. Anytime those jars will say like in juice or in juice, it just basically means they've added a lot of water content into that. And so you're not buying a lot of product, you're just buying a lot of content, water. Now let's get the seasonings put together. So I'm gonna triple the seasoning so that way I have enough. Salt, pepper. I'm gonna need cayenne and chili pepper. Use actually all 3 ground paprika to give it a little bit of smoky flavor. So, that's more than enough. So that's too much. Let's get some of that back in there. Okay, that's perfect. So I make the mix first, and then I just kind of gradually spoon it in there, because if you put it all in at once and it's too strong, then what are you going to do, right? Oh. I bought a thing of Mexican oregano. Of course, I can't find it anywhere. Salt. Excuse me, guys. Gesundheit. Okay. Let's take a dry spoon this time. Yeah, that looks good. Cilantro. Yeah, I'm gonna need cilantro in there. I'm gonna have to get another thing of cilantro. have put that on top. Oh well. I think that mixed up very well. Now this time around, I'm going to need the big blender. Wash this. Do I want to put this at the bottom? Yeah, I do want to put this at the bottom. Okay, got the cilantro in there. I got the seasonings later. Oh, lime juice, lemon juice. Lime juice, I mean. Okay. Shit, lost a lime there. I guess we'll do 1.5 limes. Let's see, there's not a lot of juice coming out of here. See how much more I can get out of there by squeezing that. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to buy a new one of these. Or buy a better one. See some seeds on top. I'll just take them out now. Okay. Oh, this one is hard to squeeze. I think it's better to squeeze it the first time and come back and squeeze it again by hand once you've kind of loosened it up. Okay, there's that. Okay, these are really black in there. Let's turn these. Shoot. Definitely not doing it the way I want it to. Let's throw these away. Yeah, these tomatoes are coming out really good. But I'm going to do them without it and see if I get any flavor. Because that kind of was the point of why I was doing this whole thing. Was to just put the tomatoes in there and see how it turns out. These got a little too dark. I think I'm gonna just toss them. This one's alright. Seems all right. Yeah, I should have chopped them up into smaller pieces actually, especially when they're charred like that. Just be easier for the blender. Tomatoes look great in there. Oh, this thing out of the way. Oh man. Moving the top. I have to use the pen to put on this one. So you're gonna grind the tomatoes, blend the tomatoes last, just because you don't want it to get all. You're not trying to get it soupy. So. Yeah, those tomatoes look great. Now, based on the number of onions I used, I'm gonna need a few more cans of that. So let's grab another one of these. Probably need 2 more, but we'll just do 3 for now. We'll see how it turns out. Turning out really good looking, guys. Now take a smaller spoon. Actually, I want to use that. I like to use the end of the spoon actually. You know, the thing turned out so good on the garlic. I think I'm going to do another one just by itself. Since I already have the oven on. Look at that sucker. I want to chop the bottom off. A bit easier. Make it a little flat for us. Perfect. Tongs. Ooh. You know, I like the way these tomatoes, fire roasted tomatoes came out. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I mean, this is a fire roasted salsa recipe. Normally I take real tomatoes, but they taste like nothing. There's no flavor in the tomatoes here in Thailand. So, I think I'll do that. Let that cool for a second. At least the tomatoes, I'll let them cool. Whew, it's getting hot in here. The oven on. Let's put that blade back in there so that way I don't get cut. Look at those onions, huh? Looks pretty darn good, right? Whew, hot. I noticed that in the blender here, the onions don't chop up very well. So a few is alright because then you get a little bit of look and texture that's different, but you want to kind of chop these up a little bit before they go in there, because the bigger the piece, the harder it gets kind of getting set up. Now this salsa is going to be, this fire roasted salsa is going to be lumpy. I hate to say, you definitely don't want it smooth, and you don't want it like that crushed look. You want it definitely not juicy, and so you want it you don't want it runny, you don't want it smooth. On the clumpier side is better, and so you don't want a lot of clumps in it, but you want to be able to notice that there are a few left in there. And you know what, this is a little dry, so I added the juice in there. We're going to blend it up first and then check out the seed. I'm going to check to see exactly consistency. Plus I want to get that flavor in there, so I want to... Oh, that coffee really helped. Ah, that latte is so good. Fortunately, there's a lot of sugar in that, but it's all right. Add a little bit into that now. I like to blend flavor in there. And where's that lid at? That's where that tomato juice is going to come in handy. It's a good thing I saved that tomato juice. That'll help. See, there's no tomatoes in there, so it's not red yet. But the smell is wonderful. It's really amazing smell. Oh shit, this door closed again. Damn it. Ooh, that's getting hot. Now, it did say we needed another can, so we definitely need another can. I'm definitely going to have more tomato sauce than I really need, but we'll figure out something for it later. I might still be able to use it in this. You know what? We'll roast a few real tomatoes. We'll need all those tomatoes, so. Okay, this fire roasted salsa is looking really awesome. Yeah, I just need to add the tomatoes portion because I don't have the tomato portion. Okay, we got the tomatoes, we got the garlic, we got the jalapenos, the onion. Now, normally I like to use white onion for this, but can't find white onions here, so I ended up having to use yellow onions, which is fine because they have a sweeter taste to it. Then we got the lime juice, we got the salt, we got the pepper, we got the dried seasonings, we got the cilantro already in there. I have one more lime juice actually. I'm having a fair amount of ingredients, so. Buy some more limes. Squeeze by hand, because as you saw, I dropped my thing. See if I can go somewhere there. Shit. there's a couple seeds there, big ones. Let's get those suckers out of there. Right on top. Perfect. Those are big suckers. Okay. Let's just throw these tomatoes in here. Man, I got a lot of juice. Let's blend this sucker up and see how it looks with a few tomatoes in there. Okay, look how that salsa's looking. Let's do a taste test. Okay, that's great. Needs the dry seasonings for sure. But yeah, the flavor's really amazing. By the time you add more tomatoes in there, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Okay, they're looking great. Add more tomatoes to the mix. All right, tomatoes are done. Tomatoes are in the oven. I got the jalapenos, I got the lime juice, salt and pepper, chili powder, cilantro's in there, jalapenos are in there. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the tomatoes to get done basically. Okay guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys saw most of what I was gonna do anyways. I'm gonna just be dicing up tomatoes now. So I will let you guys go. You guys have a wonderful rest of the day. See you guys. Thanks for joining.